Hey everybody. I figured it was time to do another IRP. Now I've had a couple of these laying around for a little while. I've got this kind, and I know that this is like a commercial version, but it's got a cool package. So they are slightly different. So I don't know which one to try. They are both good. This one is good until well, September 15th of this year. And what about this one? Dun 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 dun. Till 2016. So I think we will try this one and save this for a rainy day. So, all right, let's get ready to slice this thing open and check it out. Now before I slice into this thing, I'll show you what it says on the outside. And while you move this around, you might be able to hear this. Maybe not. There is some collateral damage inside. I think a drink mix or a sugar packet did not survive. So it's got that nice trusty carry handle on it to make it easy to drag around. Got something down there, but I'm pretty sure that was from the shipping container. So yeah, let's slice this thing open. Hopefully we gain access into it. And again, it's the standard cardboard box. And yep, there's all kinds of funky stuff inside. It actually looks like, I don't know. Hope it's not anthrax. Okay, let me get some of these cracker crumbs out of here. And let's take a look inside of this thing. Now I did have to get a translator, so I've already kind of been inside of here. So I will share you with what we got. These are like disinfection swabs. The white ones are for your hands and your face, and the green ones are supposed to be like for your kit. It's like some powdered milk. Three 20-gram packets of sugar. Alright, I see kasha right off the get-go, so I know that this is porridge, and this is rice and beef porridge for breakfast. I'm actually getting really kind of fond of this stuff, so yeah. Okay, some crackers, and one of these, well, they've seen better days, but one of these is the cause of all of that cracker dust and all of that nightmare that's all falling in here. So this is stewed beef, and this is like right all on the expiration date. So, and these are some water purification tablets. We'll take a look at them in a little bit. Again, we've got some black tea and some coffee. The heating kit. Sometimes these have an extra match in it right here, but obviously this one doesn't. Well, we have a sheet of paper in there with some stuff on it. This is a fruit bar. I don't know exactly what it is, but it looks like some hazelnuts and like maybe some plums. The matches with the strike. Five grams of salt. Is this the offending cracker dust command? Yeah, here it is. This one got busted open somehow, which is leaving all of that mess. We'll set that one to the side. This is like an isotonic drink. I don't know what flavor it is, and it is a little crusty in here, but it will reconstitute really nice in some warm water. We'll let it head back to room temperature, but it is some type of fruit, I am guessing. Well, the numbers are facing down, so this is apple jam. I guess to go with the crackers. What do we have here? Well, this is eggplants. Eggplant what? Eggplant veggie snack food or something to that effect. So this would probably go with one of your mains for lunch or dinner, or possibly this is your dessert. Okay, this is like a liver pate with butter. Yes, I am holding that the right way. So, and what else do we have in here? It's obviously some type of yummy stew. It's a veggie ragu with meat. Huh. You guys can tell me. 3 spoons. These are like the really durable ones, as opposed to you get those long white ones with a flimsy centers. This is to help you pierce your things in cold weather. And the vitamin tablet. Is that upside down? No, that's the right side up. And of course, you get a couple of napkins. Well, check this out. It's labeled in multiple languages. English and Russian. So, pepper. Great touch. Love pepper. You know I like things spicy. So, and then the only remnants in here is cracker bits. Well, let's get this started. I'll get some stuff heated up. Probably actually use my stove this time. So let's head outside and get this thing heated up. Okay, let's get the kasha start cooking. Let me set up the stove real quick. Boy, these tablets, they really put off a nice odor. And I promise I will set this up the right way. Well, maybe I will. The right way this time, with the pointy parts facing up. Grab one. Man, these tablets are really odoriferous today. Set that right on the side of that thing. Man, this thing is really cooking off. Whew. Yeah, a wee bit smoky. All right, my tablet is lit, I think. Maybe. Whew. Yeah, that's definitely why you got to do this outside. I'm not feeling the heat coming off of that, so we'll try that again. You know, the best kind of way to do this is by lighting these things on the side, but we'll try and run on top. Whew. Boy, that puts out a lovely odor. Alright, I can see the flame come off of it now. Crack this open just a tad. It's hard to tell what's lit and what's not lit. So, plop that on there for a good, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or so. We'll see how it goes. You can really hear that thing rocking and rolling. It's cracking, snap, pop, yum. Okay, let's start with the drinks. I've got some tea, coffee, the powdered milk, and the adaptation drink or isotonic drink, and some sugar. I'm not going to make both of these. I think I'm just going to make the tea today. So we'll take the coffee out of the equation. Grab some glasses in my mug. Now the one thing they told me about this adaptation drink or the isotonic drink is if it gets crusty, all like a solid material is to use some hot water and let it sit in that till it turns to room temperature. So it is pretty solid. So that is what I will do with that. So put some hot water into this. And we'll let that do what it needs to do. Grab this isotonic drink. And you can see it sounds pretty solid in there. It's got a nice little pull tab on it. Hopefully I won't get this stuff all over everywhere, because it's trapped up in this corner. Come on, get on out of there. Might be better just to take this edge off. If we can get our finger in there. Last. Come on. Yeah, we'll go right down this side. And you can see it's a little solid and chunky in there. So definitely we'll be using some hot water on that to get this reconstituted back up into a liquid. And I was like, really? You put hot water? And they were like, oh yeah. They said, it's no big deal. Said, just let it soak and it gets the sugar all squared away, because these have a ton of sugar in it to start with. So, and lastly, the powdered milk. And you could probably use more water than I'm going to use. And I can't open this thing. But however much that you want. I believe the last IRP, I used the same type of glass of this, and it was just fine. You can see the powder consistency in there. I really thought this was a really good touch on the last one. I was like, what do you possibly use milk for? But it just really worked with everything else. That doesn't look exactly too appealing. Well, after this steeps a little while, I'll start giving these a stir, and so we'll be ready to start plating. Okay, and like last time, instead of doing a multi-part video, I'm just going to throw it all on this one tray. And use a napkin and one of our spoons. And then we'll use some of these disinfecting wipes afterwards. Got the salt and pepper standing by in case we need it. Vitamin tablet, which we'll take a look at in a second. I forgot to open this up. These are the water purification tablets, so we'll take a look at those as well. And got all my other stuff. So, okay, the first thing we're going to do is look at this fruit bar. See what kind of critter we have inside of this. It's almost sort of reminiscent of kind of like a First Strike ration bar when you first look at it. But it is, you can tell that it's actually got real fruit in it as opposed to some fake stuff that you might get in the States. And it is very sticky. So it might have been better to leave it inside of the wrapper until we wanted to try it. Has a nice taste. Some of the crackers, and this ration had 3 packs, 4 packs, something like that. Take a couple of these out. And this is the first IRP I've got where it looked like they were pretty well toasted. This was the best pack. So, and then we have some of this apple jam. We'll take a look at that in a minute. And then this is the liver pate with butter. Hopefully we can use this little pull tab this time and it will agree with us. And because of like the fat ring around here, maybe it would have been good to heat it up, but most pate is supposed to be served room temperature or potentially chilled. Now this was the one thing I was curious about, this eggplant snack food. I don't know if this was supposed to be the dessert, because in a lot of these IRPs you get like this apple puree for your dessert. So so interesting. It has a like pumpkin pie kind of look, so it smells okay. So we'll look forward to trying that. I'm pretty sure you might eat that by itself, and this is for the crackers along with a jam. So okay, got the milk standing by. My drink it's been sitting there for a little while, but it's still hot. Maybe I shouldn't have used the scalding hot water. And again, I've got my tea. The tea bag is still in there, so let me take that out. All right, that is done. Okay, well, seeing how we didn't discuss these water purification tablets, let me crack this open really fast before I drag the mains out. So you get your little instruction sheet on how to use them. And then you get, well, this is kind of interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one of these. So, alrighty then. So, water purification tablets. While I'm sitting here, let's take a look at this vitamin real quick. Now, this ration didn't come with any sticks of gum or anything, but unless if this is the gum, it has like an M&M, white M&M type consistency. So, all right, well, you know, what the heck, maybe we'll try it out and see how things are. So, all right, let me go grab the mains. I'll be right back. Okay, I ran upstairs to grab the mains, and I had a bottle of vodka sitting there that I was going to use for this review. And I ripped the kitchen apart because I could not find it. I looked in the dining room. So what do you do when you can't find anything? You call your better half. She's doing a girls' weekend out at one of her friends and happened to see a bottle of vodka sitting there, so she appropriated it. So sorry everybody, there will be no vodka shots today during the vid. What you gonna do? So, ow, 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 ow. Okay, we've got the kasha with rice and beef. And it is still pretty bloody hot. And I know I'm doing this off camera, but that's because this foil is pretty toasty. So there we go. I'm gonna put this down in a second because it's really hot. So this is the rice with beef kasha. And what do we have here besides another super incredibly hot thing? This is the vegetable ragu with meat. Ow! So I know, man. It's like I'm a little kid today. Alright, this one is fighting me with every step and fiber of its being, so I'll just cut this right here. And even that's fighting me. Wow. Come on, cut. That looks pretty tasty. Trying not to sling this all across the room. So, that's got a really nice smell to it. Yeah, I'm not quite as organized. It seems like the more videos that I do, the less the less organized I am. And then the last one is the beef stew or stewed beef. And this one came off pretty easy. So, bloody. And that's that one. We'll set that right over here for a second. Oh, what the heck. Why don't we just pour some of this stuff into each one of these trays so we don't have a god-awful mess everywhere. This looks like it's got carrots and potatoes and like roast beef. It's got beans I can see in here. That looks pretty tasty. I don't know, you might be able to hear alligator over there slurping down a lungful of water. And then the kasha. Interesting comments I get. Some people are like, there's no such thing as rice in beef porridge. It's not true. Well, I'm telling you right here it is in person. So, yep, that is good stuff. And then of course we've got the stewed beef, and we'll just take this little chunk right. Christ! Take this chunk right here out, and that will be satisfactory for our needs. So, okay. Anything else? Anything else I need to look at? Nope. So let's try our breakfast kasha or our rice and beef porridge first.
Silence!
There's my phone. Yep, I'm getting so fond of this. Like here in the States we call it a hash. So I used to eat it a lot when I was growing up, but you know, I just kind of stopped when I got on my own out of the house with a family. So here we go. We got some beans and some of that beef. And the vegetable ragu. This stuff's... I know everybody who's in the military says, man, that stuff is horrible, it sucks. But that's because you have to eat it all the time. When you sample it like I do, it's pretty tasty. I would be happy with that if I was in the service. Granted, I didn't have to eat it every day. So then the stewed beef. It's got this sauce on here as well, which is probably the preservative slash fat. And it's like this stuff was like in a crock pot, something to that effect for those of us here in the States. And it is nice and smooth. It doesn't have it's not salty. You can just taste the beef and a little bit of the fat that it was stored in. So that's pretty tasty too. I'm quite sure if you mix this stuff all together, yum! Or if you're like me and you dumped a bunch of hot sauce or something on here too, yep, you would be in cloud nine. So let's give this fruit bar a try. And again, it looks like it's got like plums, or those could be cherries, who knows, and like some hazelnuts. That's pretty tasty too. And it's not that processed. Well, I mean, it is processed, but I mean, it's got that actual tangible fruit taste to it. Not like in the U.S. MRE where it's, you get grape juice, but it's imitation grape juice. I mean, come on. How hard is it to get real grape juice, or to distill it in like powdered form? So, and all these little white bits in here give it a nice little different texture, kind of a little, you know. And the crackers, or the galettes, or whatever you like to call them, Panzer waffles, depending on where you're from. Some people claim that you can use these as ninja throwing stars, and others say that you can use these as ballistic panels for your bulletproof vests. Okay, these are a little stale because most of these packs were actually kind of broken open or cracked, as you could tell by all the cracker dust that was in the box. So we'll try some of this apple jam, if I can find my knife somewhere. That was probably a mistake cutting it right where I did instead of just on the corner. So, apple jam. The nice thing about this jam, as opposed to the US MRE stuff, is it's thick. You squeeze it out, it stays right where you want it instead of having it be a little runny and it runs all over the place. So we'll just stick it on this piece right here. Yep, that's pretty tasty too. So far, pretty impressed. I am going to forego the pate for right now because this has been staring me in the face and I've been so curious of what it would possibly taste like. So because it does have like that pumpkin pie kind of look, and it is nice and smooth and creamy. It almost has that pumpkin pie kind of smell. But it doesn't have that pumpkin pie taste. Alright, with me and my palate, this is not a hit. So I would rather have that apple puree than that all day long. So it's hard to explain that taste. It's not sweet. It's not salty. It has a tang to it. And whatever that tang is, just says, hey, Gundog, that doesn't work for me. So I think that's so far. I think that's one of the only things that I've had in one of these IRPs that I really haven't cared for. Even that pig fat, pork fat, the speck that I thought was fish or whatever the heck it was, even that was kind of tasty. So here we've got the buttered liver pate. See, I'm not a fan of liver pates either, but they've got this butter concentrated in there, and that butter flavor does kind of carry over, and it masks the initial liver kind of taste, but you do get that liver finish, if that makes sense. So, alright, time to wash some of this stuff down. I've got the tea. I don't have anything in it. It's just a straight black tea. And that's actually pretty pleasant. It really, oh, alligator, calm down. It really doesn't need anything in it. But, alligator, no. There's a new dog moved down at the end of the row, so she thinks it's her obligation to say hello at all times. Whenever. Hey, stop it. Sorry. All right. Forget I'm on camera sometimes. I do apologize. Don't be screaming at everybody. Alligator, no. I'm trying to get through this segment. So here we go. Here's a little bit of sugar in there. Now, another use for this milk, you can drink it as is, or, like some of my friends have said, its use is for the teas and the coffees. So, alright, my track record of pouring things on camera is not too great. So just like that. So, but we pour a little bit in here, give it a stir, just so I can say that I have tried it. And you see I got milk everywhere over here. To be honest, I almost rather just have it just straight. That was pretty tasty. Now this is still a little warm. If you look at the bottom, you can see they were right with using, I recommend using warm water instead of hot water, because this is still kind of toasty, but at least I can pick up the glass. But everything, all the sugar, everything reconstituted on the bottom. That is a really good flavor. Wonder what that is. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Well, everybody, that's all I've got. No, I don't. No, I don't. I've got these wipes right here that I need to share with you, I guess. The little tear notch is right in the center of the packet. So you rip them apart. When you get done eating or whatever you're doing, this side is for your hands, so you can clean your face. And it's kind of like a baby wipe for those of us here in the States. And this side is for cleaning your kit, or if you had to, it could be used for cleaning something else. It's the same exact thing essentially. So they just parcel these things out. Well, everybody, this was my third IRP type review. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. And I'm looking forward to scarfing a little more of this stuff down. So thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.